Hey guys, welcome back to Naughty Threads. In case you are new here on my channel, do subscribe and also hit the bell icon to get all the updates. So in today's video, we learn a very new design, something like this, geometrical shaped motifs. So the reason why I have done this shape is, if you guys notice, the sari pallu has triangles all over. So this is how the pallu is. So I thought of coming up with something that goes well with that. That's the reason I tried this and I kind of like the way it looks. So that's why I am filming the video today to share it with you guys. So watch the video till the end, and it's very easy. It's not difficult at all. I'll just give you an idea of how it is done. We'll have to work square pieces in two different sizes. If you want just single color, you can simply go ahead and work just one piece. I wanted this to be a little thick, so that's the reason I have used two colors. Why two colors? This is one color I have picked up from this pallu and the other from the buttas here. So it has got these two color buttas all over like this, and even in the butta there is big triangle, if you guys notice. So that's why this design. So yeah, I think we should just get into the video, and then you will see how easy it is to work this. So this is a very new design I'm going to try, and for that we will need square swatches of crochet like this. So I have worked squares in two sizes. So this is the bigger one which I have worked in this color, and then comes this green one which is slightly smaller than this, like one round smaller. So we'll be needing both in perfect square shape, because that's how the design is. And I've already measured how many pieces I'm going to need, and it looks like I'm going to need 15 pieces in each color. So we'll be working 15 pieces in this color and then this color, and then finally we'll trim off all these extra bits of thread you're getting to see right now, and then we'll actually know what we'll be doing with it next. So first I'll show you guys how to do this bigger square. It's very easy. I've worked most of it. I think there are around 14 pieces here. I'm just left with the last one. So for this particular thing, just so that it is stiff, I have taken 8 strands. I'm working with 8 strands of silk thread, and I have knotted all of them together here. I have mixed two different shades. How I have placed that is like this in the cover, so that I can pull through all 8 spools and work. So there are two colors. One is this rosy kind of orange, and then comes the rust kind of orange. So I've mixed both these shades to get the perfect match. And since I am using 8 strands of silk thread, I am using crochet hook number 7. So we'll first make our chain base. To do that, I will have to make a slip knot. How I do the slip knot is make a circle like this and get this thread in the center, and then insert the needle below the straight line of thread and pull. So this becomes a slip knot, and now I'm going to work 15 chains. That's going to be the base. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. So this is the base, and this will be the size of our square. So after 15, we'll again work 3 more chains, which is actually counted as the turning chains. So 3 chains, and then I will start working my double crochets from the 15th chain. So I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3 and 4th chain from the hook, or you could say the 15th chain. So I'm going to work 1 double crochet in each of the chain. So ideally you are supposed to have 15 double crochets in this line, because we have worked 15 chains. So very carefully insert the hook in the chain like this and work your double crochets. So end of this first line, this is how our work should look. So once we reach the end, we'll work 2 chains, turn the piece like this and start working 1 double crochet on top of every double crochet. So again you will end up having 15. You can stick to any count you want, but basically we need to have a perfect square because that's how the design is. In case your square is not perfect, then we might have trouble doing the next step. So this is how this line will continue. I finished working 2 rows. So again I will work 2 chains, which is actually the turning chain. Turn the work and then continue working double crochets on every stitch. So this is how we will work. So in total there should be 6 rows of double crochets. By the time you finish the 6th row, your piece should be in a square shape. So this is my 3rd round. I'll have to finish 3 more rounds to get the square. Let me just show it to you. This is how it is. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 rows of double crochet. So when you fold, it should be like a perfect triangle. So that's how you check if your square is perfect. So this is my 6th round and I will just working the last stitch here. So that completes this round. Now I'm going to trim off this thread, pull the loop that is on the needle, and this completes my square. So we'll just fold and double check if it is giving us the triangle shape. Looks okay. So now I'm going to make the final knot here. Just do 2-3 knots. We'll fix all these loose ends together once we finish with all the green pieces as well. So like I started the other one, exact same way I'm going to start this with a slip knot like this. Make a circle and then insert this needle below this straight loop and then pull. Then for this one I'm just going to work 10 chains because I want the square to be smaller than that. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. After 10 chains I'm going to work 3 more, which is actually counted as turning chains. So after 3 I'm going to work double crochet from the 4th chain, like 1, 2, 3 and 4, or the 10th chain. So it's exactly the same, it is just that we have changed the count. So from now on just continue working 1 double crochet in every chain. So we have the base. Now again exact same way I'm going to work 2 chains, Turn the work and continue working one double crochet on every double crochet. So we'll repeat the same thing 4 more times. So in total I have worked 5 rows of double crochets for this square. Let me just show it to you guys. So here this is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 5 rows. So once we have all 5 rows, we'll trim the thread like we did for the other piece, and then we'll just fold and check if it is forming a perfect triangle. After working the squares, I have trimmed off all the excess threads and I have glued it like this, if you can see. For both the colors, I have done the exact same thing. So the next step, we'll see how to convert these squares into triangles. After stitching, this is how the pieces actually look. I wanted a triangle or this kind of a shape. That is the reason I worked squares and then I folded them into half just to give it a little volume. So we'll see how to do this part, and I've added very few beads. One bead on the green patch, and this other color has 3 beads in the corner like this. So in case you want, you can add beads all around from this corner to this corner. So here I just have one piece left, so we'll see how to do this part. So I'm just going to stretch it so that it just becomes more flexible, and then fold it into half like this, which makes it a perfect triangle. So your edges have to meet because we'll have to stitch this part. So I've glued this extra thread here, so that is the reason I'm folding it like this, so that it gets concealed inside. So you'll have to be careful about that point. Whichever side the glue is, make sure it goes inside. And here I have 2 needles ready, one with green thread and the other with this rust color thread. I've knotted the thread already. So I'm going to start off from this corner here. I neatly tuck the knot inside and then just take a little bit from both the sides and hem it. So this is what we'll do till here, and then when we reach that corner, we'll add beads. Don't pull the stitches too tight. So I'm going to stop here after this stitch, adding 3 beads in the needle. So once I have 3 needles, I'll leave this tip. I'm not going to stitch the tip, but I'm going to take one stitch next to that tip, so that there is enough place for these 3 beads to sit like this. So it kind of forms a V. So I've pierced from back to front, and then I'm going to take one small stitch back into the 3rd bead like this. Pull it tight and then continue hemming the rest of it. Now we have this first part ready. It has to look neat from either sides. So this is how it looks. So I'm going to keep this color aside and then take my green color. Again, slightly stretch the piece so that it is easier to work with. Fold it and check if it makes a perfect triangle. And then we are going to pinch it on top of this like this. Place it in the center. And here we'll need one bead because I've just added one here. I've knotted the green thread and I'm going to start stitching from the corner here. I've started attaching it to the pallu like this. I am adding it at almost like 3 inches gap from each other because they are big. If they're too close, it won't look good. So that's the reason I've kept them at about 3 inch apart. So here is the piece, and then I have 4 strands of cotton thread in matching color in a normal sewing needle. And I'm also going to use these kind of beads. Now in case if you don't add beads, it won't hang like this, so that's the reason I'm adding beads. So what I will do is I'm going to start off from this wrong side like this, just so that the knot gets hidden, and I'm going to come in the center here. And then I will make one more knot in the center like this. Then I'm using these 2 beads. You can use any beads of your choice, or you can also use crystals, pearls, anything. So one big and then one small. So these can be used as latkans in the blouses as well. So here I've already made my marks. I'm going to stitch on the mark like this. Don't pull it too tight, otherwise it will tend to become very stiff. I'm going to make 3 knots like this. You'll cut the extra thread. So same way you will continue with the remaining pieces. Like already mentioned, you can work, this square can be of any size. If you want bigger, you can work bigger. If you want smaller, you can do small as well. So off late, these kind of big tassels are trending. Usually we do it in Ari work, but not everybody knows Ari work. That is the reason I thought of coming up with something like this with crochet. Here's the final look. Like already mentioned, it's absolutely up to you guys. If you want it to be in double color, you can work 2 pieces, or even a single color would look equally good, but the only reason is it becomes very thin, so that's why I have used 2 pieces. because working two pieces might be quite tedious. So that is the reason I'm just giving you guys an option. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. In case you like, please don't forget to hit that like button, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Pinterest. There is a crochet group called the Crochet Club by Naughty Threads on Facebook. Do join the group to share all your crochet related posts. And don't forget to check out my blog naughtythreads.net. In case you're doing RE work at home, there are quite some useful posts out there, so do give it a check. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe to my channel Kanika Reddy Vlogs. I guess that's all in today's video. I shall see you guys soon with more interesting stuff. Until then, take care. Bye bye.